Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me at this time. My name is Shavi Zane, and I'm just coming on to bring a quick little message for the chosen. I hope everybody is doing well out there. I just wanted to talk to you all about the season of growth and abundance, okay? I'm sitting out here in my backyard. I remember it was just a couple of years ago that me and my children were sitting in, well, we was living in a hotel room. And we did that for almost 2 years, okay? And it was not the easiest time, but we created a lot of beautiful memories at that time. And I just remember, envisioning being in our own home and having a space where my children can run around in the backyard and I don't have to worry about, you know, people complaining about the noise level, and being able to just come outside and get grounded and plant my feet in the grass and sun gaze. And y'all, I used to always get so excited when I would see cardinals, and I still do, okay? I still appreciate that symbol and synchronicity, but I used to always get excited about seeing them, and I used to give thanks to the Most High for sending them my way to let me know that everything was working out in my favor. And now I literally live in a home where cardinals live in the backyard, okay? They live in the tree right behind me. So I see them every day, several times a day. And creating your reality through your faith and your thoughts is so real. I wouldn't tell y'all this if I wasn't already living it for myself. It didn't come without sacrifice. I had to die to my ego, the unhealthy part of my ego. I had to get rid of fears. I had to get rid of lack mentality. I had to get rid of people, places, things, thoughts, conditioning, career paths. It was so many things that had to be released from my life before I could get to this place. But I am so happy that I stayed the course and that I just allowed the Most High to work through me and to speak to me and to use me. And I embraced my spiritual team, my angels, my ancestors, the universal, elemental, and cosmic spirits of love and light. I embraced the process. And I embraced the process of change. And again, it was not easy. But it was easier because I kept reminding myself that none of it was in vain. I kept reminding myself that the Most High, hold on, y'all, it's an airplane going by. I had to keep reminding myself that the Most High was not going to allow us to stay in that position for very long. But during that time of living in that hotel room, when I tell you the Most High was showing up and showing out, like I had no income coming in. But there was a lot of different changes that happened. A lot of different changes that was happening at that time. I just lost my train of thought, y'all. But the Most High was, oh yes, it was a lot of different things that was going on to provide for myself and my children. The Most High made sure, and I'm not the type of person like me and my children would have struggled. We would have went to a shelter if necessary, because I am not that woman that's going to go and do anything nefarious for no green paper with a face on it. Dead presidents that didn't serve me. Okay? So I just went by faith. That's all I could do. And when you go by faith, that's one of the best, that is the best tool that you could possess on this journey is faith. I'm talking about real faith. And that type of situation, it put me in that position where I had to embrace my faith. I could have went the opposite way though. You got the free will to not have faith and to wallow in your situation and to be afraid and to question the Most High and to curse the Most High out and to do all of these things. But I did not. When I tell y'all, it was so many times that me and my children just would ride and we would sing and I would give praise and cry and give thanks and just get out into nature, get grounded all the time. We was in a high vibrational energy, just enjoying life in spite of being in that small little room. We made so many beautiful memories, and the Most High, in that space, the Most High grew me, formed me, showed me my purpose, made sure that I was clear about what I came here to do, and awakened my spiritual gifts, guided me. And this is all, mind you all, a lot of you already know I have a registered nurse's license. It's still, I mean, I don't even know if it's active now because I haven't renewed it, but I'm not going to. But at that time, it was most certainly active. But the Most High put me in a position where I could not touch that license because the Most High wanted me to know that I'm being guided on my path towards my purpose, my assignment. And the Most High wanted to make sure that I was in alignment with my destiny. And so, even though I had the nurse's license, I couldn't utilize the nurse's license because when I was in Washington, D.C., I've told this story quite a few times now, but some of you don't know. When I was in D.C. at the time, that's where I was supposed to transfer my license. And I wasn't able to transfer my license because COVID was happening and I had just moved out there. COVID had just started, and so they shut down a lot of different, all of the facilities, all of the government facilities, and so I couldn't get my license transferred. Mind you, I had also lost my state ID and my driver's license. I had no ID to prove who I was, and every time I tried to send out to Illinois to retrieve another ID, I kept getting rejected. This happened for over a year. And by the time I was almost done living in that hotel room in Virginia, I finally got the license that I needed to work in Washington, D.C. But you know what happened? The Most High said, you have that piece of paper that you need to go back and work as a nurse, but I'm going to still make sure you don't do it, because now they ended up having a mandatory policy for nurses to get the vaccine. And y'all already know what's up with that. I was not touching it. And so the Most High was molding me, preparing me, and showing me like all of this is an illusion. If you think that the only way that I'm going to provide for you is if you are doing work that's in opposition to your purpose, then you got another thing coming. And you best believe I didn't think that. I had already embraced the fact that that was not the path for me. It had been shown to me actually well before that, but to muster up that type of faith, to walk away from a career that actually provides for yourself and your family, it takes a lot of courage. And again, it takes a lot of faith. And so the Most High wanted to ensure that I would not get caught up in the illusion of this matrix and thinking that I didn't have enough to provide for myself and my children. Because mind you, I got a lot of babies. I have 6 children, but at that time I had 5 of them with me. And so as a mother, you want to feel like you're doing everything possible to ensure that your children have what they need. And so it would have been very tempting for me to go back and work as a nurse, because I didn't want to be that type of mother that was, not making sure that my children had what they needed. But the Most High said, I'm not even going to put you in that position. Everything that we needed, we had, plus an overflow. To the point where people would come to our hotel room and they would knock on our door, assuming that we were in lack, because they didn't understand why I'm living there with 5 small children. So they would knock on my door and offer us food, and they would leave notes on the door to tell me where the shelters were in the area. And at one point I was offended, because I'm like, come on, man, we ain't over here, we ain't bad like that. We don't have a place to go and live, because I didn't really have the income to apply for an apartment. I had no income coming in. And mind you, the identification that I would need in order to apply for an apartment, because they would have to identify me as well. And so there were so many different, what you would call, roadblocks that prevented me from going back to my old way of living and doing things, because the Most High wanted to ensure that I never went back. The Most High ensured me that I would have everything that I need. And when I tell you, fast forward to today, like, we was able to get into an apartment after a couple of years. I was able to get an apartment. Even that situation was another way of the Most High showing me, like, I am not holding you back. I'm going to open up these doors, and I'm going to take my time with you now. I'm going to elevate you, a little bit at a time. Because when we got our apartment, I was still in that space, like, okay, who's going to take me into an apartment? All right, I got my own business, but I'm not sure if I'm in alignment with what's needed in order for me to get an apartment, because of, credit and all of those other things. And so when I went to apply for the apartment that we were staying at, the lady said, oh, we don't look at income. And if we do look at your credit, it's not a big deal, because you'll just have to pay a little bit more for the security deposit. I was able to get in there without showing them any proof of income. I was able to get in there, even though my credit is far better now, far better. At that time, it wasn't where it could be. And so I was still able to get into that apartment. And we stayed there for what, a good almost 2 years, maybe a year and a half. And some of you was asking me that question because I just did that video on when I had that when I had that dream and I heard do it before June 27th. Okay? Take action before June 27th. And I was telling you all in that reading that I did that I wasn't sure what that meant. Okay? Y'all, when I tell you the Most High told me, go and apply for a house. And I was like, apply for a house? I've already tried that and I had gotten denied before. But the Most High aligned it so that certain circumstances would happen in my life to push me to go and do it. I applied for the house, y'all. When I tell you 2 days later, they was like, you're approved. You can move in a few days. What? And it's so crazy because in that message, I had the photo that I put up as the thumbnail for the message, do it before June 27th, right? The thumbnail that I used is a picture of a melanated woman. She's standing I think she's on her balcony or something, and there's a rainbow and there's a cardinal on the fence next to her. Do y'all know? I had no idea because I hadn't even gotten here yet. I was not at this house yet. I had no idea that I would be seeing a red cardinal. I'm talking about it's the brightest, prettiest red. You can't miss it. That I would literally have one living in the backyard. When I tell you the Most High works in mysterious ways, for those of you who are out there and you're going through different situations and you got a lot of changes happening in your life, I'm here to tell you as a living witness, a walking testimony, you have to maintain that blind faith, because in the 3D you will be fooled. The smoke screens, the illusions, okay, the clouds casting shadows, they are not real. You have to know that what you create in your mind, the Most High is going to help you to unfold that right before your eyes. A lot of times it'll turn out to be far greater and far better than anything that you could even envision or imagine. But it's all based on what you've earned. What do you deserve? And many of the chosen seed out there, y'all have earned your inheritance and your birthright and your sovereignty. You've earned your freedom. You've earned to live a life of abundance and overflow harvest. You've earned your gifts, your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding. You've earned your peace. And so you got to know it's coming. You have to know it's coming. And many of you will be here at some point in time. You're going to be bringing your testimonies forward, encouraging other chosen seed to keep going, because this is not the end for me. I know the Most High is going to continue to expand my external living circumstances as the Most High sees fit, based on what I'm ready for. You see what I'm saying? The more that you grow, the more your external circumstances grow. But it's all about maintaining that humility and that faith and that gratitude. I'm telling you, if you are in the smallest of rooms, find a way to find the sweet spot in every situation. If you're sleeping on a couch at somebody's house, find the sweet spot. If you're in a shelter, if you are, in between jobs, if you have $0 in your bank account, find the sweet spot. Because there's so many things in this human existence, where spirits having a human experience. There's so many beautiful things where you could just find the beauty in life and be able to smile and dance and be on a high vibrational frequency just based on that alone. So give yourself permission, put it right there, to, thank you, baby, to embrace it and enjoy it. And I'm telling you, things are going to change in your favor. And you're going to be so, so happy that you stayed the course and that you did not allow yourself to get caught up in the illusion. That's my message for you all. I didn't want to stay too long. Like and subscribe if you find this resonates with you. Leave a comment below. Let us know your current circumstance or how you watch the Most High do miracles in your life, because people need those testimonies so that they can keep going. Let us know, how has the Most High showed out in your life? I'll talk to y'all next time.